As we come to the conclusion of learning this parak together of the Shira of Yosef HaTzadik, we now have the response of the brothers to the mourning of their father. Torah tells us in Pasuk Lamed Daled, and Vayikra Yaakov Simlotav Vayasem Sak Memotnav Vayitabel Beno Yamim Rabim. Rashi notes, what is Yamim Rabim? Kaf Bet Shana. There was 22 years Mishipiresh Menu Ad She'arad Yaakov L'Mitzrayim, from the time that Yosef was sold till Yaakov went down to Mitzrayim. How do we know this? Shenemar Yosef in Shvasrei Shana v'Gomer. He was 17 when he was sold. Uben Shoshim Shana Hayab Ba'amdo Lifnei Paro v'Sheva Shnei Asova v'Shnatayim Harav, which is another 9 years. Kishaba Yaakov Mitzrayim. Haray Kaf Bet Shana. Keneged, why these 22 years? Again, based on what we've seen, that everything has a balance in this world. Keneged Kaf Bet Shana Shelo Kiyem Yaakov Kibud Avaim Kaf Shana Shaya Beit Lavan. And the 2 years on Bederech B'Shivo Beit Lavan Shana V'Chetzi B'Sukkot V'Shisha Chodashim B'Beit El. V'Zeu Shamar L'Lavan Zeli Yisrim Shana V'Eitecha Lihem Alayhem V'Sofi L'Kos Kenegdam. I recognize that I'm going to be responsible. So according to, we'll see that not all the Mefarshim agree, but according to Rashi, Vayitabel Beno Yamim Rabim is 22 years. 22 years without the Shechina, 22 years crying. It's a very long, intense time. Mida Keneged Mida, for 22 years he was away from his father, being Mishamish his father. That Yaakov Avinu is Vayisabel al Beno Yamim Rabim, many days. What's the response as we begin with of the brothers? Vayakumu kol banav pasuk lamed hey v'chol benotav l'nachamo. They get up, all the boys and all the girls, l'nachamo, to comfort him. But we don't see what the comfort is. Vayima'en li nachem, and refuses to be comforted. And he says, Ki eredo b'ni avel sha'ola vayef oto aviv. So the question the Mefarshim ask is, well, who are these banav benotav, particularly who are the banot, A? And 2 is, what exactly was the nechama? What nechama could they say when they know the truth, that he's not dead? Can they say, hello, Abba, don't worry, he's not dead? Like, what was the nechama that they tried to give? So Rashi, first of all, tells us who are these women. V'chol benotav. Rabbi Yehuda Omer achayotu mot notu im kol shev v'shev v'nesa'u. There's one opinion that all the Shvatim were born as twins, and that these are the twin girls that were married to the other boys. Rabbi Nechemia Omer Knaniyot. Rabbi Nechemia holds no, they were born as single births, but rather they married Knaniyot women. Elamahu v'chol b'notav kalatov she'ein adam nimnam l'kro l'chodno b'no v'l'kalato bito. That indeed, that a person calls their daughter-in-law as if it's their own child, and that these weren't actually b'notav, his biological daughters, but his daughter-in-laws. Ramban brings, but v'chol b'notav bito ubat b'no, that it could be Dina, his daughter, b'notav, plural. We also know about another granddaughter, Sarach bar Asher. That could be another way of looking at it. Okay, what was this nechama? So I'd like to take a look at 2 approaches. One of the Orach Chaim HaKadosh and one of Tosefet Bracha of Epstein, both very, very brilliant, incisive approaches. Says the Orach Chaim HaKadosh, Vayakumu kol banav v'gomer lo huskar kan divrei nechama. We don't have here what the divrei nechama was. V'nireh shekavanat hakatuv hi ki kishra'u banav kol kach avelut v'sak mimotnav yamim rabim. Most likely when the son saw the intensity of the mourning. Amru zeh yaseu adam shemet lo beno yechido o afilu no yechido im yu lo banim uatim yakpid al chisaro mamuat. They said when they saw the intensity of the mourning, they said this is obviously the mourning of somebody who has lost an only child, God forbid, or somebody who has very few children. Now obviously, let's not get the Orach Chaim HaKadosh wrong. Every child is precious. Every child is a world. Granted. And every child, lo aleinu, good. We understand that. Having said that, again, we're not comparing numbers, obviously. The person has 15 kids, the person has 5 kids or 3 kids, obviously the effect, obviously every child is a world, I understand that, is different. Therefore, they come up with a plan that will create nechama in its own right. V'hu, shintkapsu yachad kol banav achad asar banim v'achad asar banot Uvnehem uvnotam rabim heim. What happened? Vayakumu. What was the nechama? The nechama was that all of the family, all the sons, all the daughters, all the grandchildren, the entire mishpacha, what nachas, vayakumu, they all got up in front of Yaakov Avinu lenachamo. That was the nechama. This is the greatest nechama. Look, yes, and it's horrible, and you lost a child, but look at what you have. When you have such a beautiful family, you can't be so fixated and focused on one child. Appreciate, be happy with what you have. It was a vayakumu, all of them coming together. When he saw this wonderful, and people have this, when you have this wonderful family reunion in today's day and age when people live in such different places,